I want you to listen in and be the judge of which way the future is going to go. Which way will it go? Are we going to have a real estate crash? The answer is yes. Yes, we are. The only question is when. Will it be 3 years ago, 8 years ago, how everybody was predicting it? Will it be 2019? Or will it be this year or next year? Or will it be 5 years away or 10 years away or 28 years away when all those cheap mortgages finally go away? We shall see. Here's the thing a lot of the doom and gloomers don't understand. They don't understand that we have over 8 billion people on this earth, and pretty much all of them wake up every day, and here is their primary thought. Now, of course, there are people who are excluded from this. There are children who probably aren't thinking about this stuff yet. There are apathetic people who probably aren't thinking about this stuff. But for the rest of us, to one degree or another, what are we thinking about as humans? What is one of our primary drives as humans? It is the primary drive that stimulates the economy. Because in today's economy, being so globalized, all of these 8 billion people, pretty much all of them count. Whereas before, they didn't all count, right? Because some of them were living under communism, socialism in varying degrees, right? But capitalism has become the most widely accepted religion in the world. Even in socialist and communist economies, yes, they have massive amounts of capitalism. Because even if the government says one thing, the people act differently. They act in a capitalist manner because it's just human nature. And when these 8 billion people get up every day, humor me on the 8 billion number. I know it's not exact, okay? Because some are children and they're not thinking about this, and some are apathetic and they're not thinking about it. But for most people act on one thought all day long in all their waking hours. And here's the thought. The thought is, how can I improve my situation? Whether it be my economic situation, my health situation, my relationship situation, right? People are driven to improve their situation. And since pretty much everybody, even the billionaires, are driven to improve their economic situation, they stimulate the economy. And the absolute raw power and strength of this massive momentum of over 8 billion people thinking this way, it has become a perpetual motion machine. And it defeats the business cycle. It defeats all sorts of things, all sorts of gloomy, Chicken Little, sky is falling predictions. Today, 166,000 people were born, and only 75,000 people died. The population grew today by 91,000 people. And this year, there will be 114 million people born, and only 52 billion will die. So the population will grow by 62 million people. Just think about the power of that, the stimulative effects of that. And then you take this out into the future, and you see that by 2050, we will have 9.7 billion people. By 2100, we will have 11 billion. And then we will start to see the population fall off. Now, of course, this varies by country, and a lot of stuff can happen, right? Overall, the population is going to decline, but that is a long way off. And this quote is really interesting. David Siegel, the co-founder of Two Sigma, said, quote, "The world is filled with unmet needs. And guess what? When those 8 billion people get up every day and they think, how do I improve my situation? It's the most driving factor of pretty much every human on earth. How do I improve my situation? No matter what their situation is, whether it be scarcity or abundance, whether it be great or terrible, whether it be awesome or miserable, they think, how do I improve my situation? And how do they do that? They know that they have to fill unmet needs of other people. What is the unmet need of someone else? And by doing so, they grow the economy, they stimulate the economy. Now, look, negative equity rates are at historic lows. The overall weighted average of combined loan to value ratio for mortgaged homes in the US is only 45%, among the strongest we've ever seen. Dating back more than 20 years, people have more equity than they've had in more than 20 years. And that's for mortgaged homes. Remember, 42% of the homes in the country have no mortgage at all.